have mercy, it's hot out here. Ugh. I got one more stop. I went to Sam's, and I'm glad I came to Walmart first. They had the extra large eggs, $1.10 a dozen. They had their cake mix was $1, and the other store I was going to was $1.18. Everything at Walmart was like 20 cents, at least 20 cents cheaper than it was other places. But anyway, the reason why I came back on today, it's still Friday. You can see I'm still looking the same. I'm hot, I'm sweaty. But anyway, I wanted to come on because my son and I were talking, and he was like, well, Mom, he said, with all these men being accused of sexual harassment, is it sexual harassment if you flirt with a girl? So, you know, I guess my challenge would be to the authorities to create a video that all kids have to watch as young as they're old enough to understand exactly, you know, what dating and a relationship is. That kind of gives you a, I want to say broad or general idea of what sexual harassment is. Because, and I had this incident to come up on a job recently. How can I be held accountable or reprimanded for doing something wrong when I don't know how to do it right, if I haven't been taught to do it right? So, you know, I was just telling them, I said, well, I didn't know how to answer it. You know, I've dealt with sexual harassment claims. I just told him, I said, well, if you try to talk to a girl and she tell you she's not interested, you don't deal with her anymore. Because with harassment, if I tell you one time, don't do it again, if you do it again, it's harassment. So it's kind of scary, you know, because back in the day, you know, if a guy like you, he might, sometimes he would plant a kiss on your cheeks or touch you, you know, like right here in your side or something like that. I mean, and so it's just, it's scary, y'all. If you have sons, what have you told them? What are you gonna tell them? And so I would like to see some law enforcement officials give these young kids some kind of guidelines. You know, because they are young and they are going to be attracted to their love interest, whether it be same sex or not. But you know, what are the guidelines? What would you, if I just touch a person on the shoulder, is that considered sexual harassment? You know, they say harassment is if a person thinks it's harassment, it is, but two people may have totally different interpretations. You know, it's really scary, y'all. I don't know. I really, that caused me to really think. It really did, in a way that I really hadn't thought before. Because I never forget, I was working, and I was in HR at the time, and so I went into the door. The door swung open, but when that door swung open, it was another door to the immediate left that swung open too, going into the cooler. And so I opened the door going in, and next thing I know, this dude had took me and pushed me through the other door and was rubbing and everything. Now, you know, I'm in HR. I could have reported him. He could have been terminated. But I guess he knew it wasn't no camera in that room. It would have been my word against his. But then, who determines who's right and who's wrong if there's no evidence? Is the accuser automatically right because they said it happened to him? How do I defend myself? If it's been 20, 30 years later, how do I defend myself if somebody said that happened? Are we going to just go by because that person said it happened, it happened? Or what type of evidence has to be discovered or presented? Or I don't know. It's just, as a parent, I am concerned. I really, really am. I don't know, y'all. That's all that came across my mind because my son and I had that conversation. And who makes a decision? if it's just an honest gesture, is it still wrong based on who that person is? If the accuser is has resources and the suspect doesn't? I mean, you know, it's tricky. It's like that little guy said on Facebook one day, it's tricky in them streets, y'all. So just be careful, you know. So that's all that came across my mind, and if I don't talk about it right then, I might forget it to this time next year. All right, y'all. So again, y'all have a happy weekend. I do have some stuff I bought from Sam's for our feeding. So if my son feel like it, I know I'm not. I got 4 cases of water. I know I'm not gonna have him to haul 11 cases of water out and put them back. But I got 4 cases of water, so that's 160 people. I got 3 of those 10-pound rolls of ground beef. I'm going to get the 50 pounds of potatoes. And y'all, I got everything. I had it lined out, because what I do is I create a spreadsheet, well, really just a chart of the things I need, just a list of the things I need and what stores have them. But I'm glad I went to Walmart first, because I almost didn't go, but I was glad I did, because I saved about $5 or $6 going to Walmart, which I really lately I ain't been shopping at Walmart too much. But anyway, yeah, so I was just wondering about that and how y'all handle it, and I don't know, it's just scary. It really is. But like I told him, just be respectful. If you like somebody, hi, may I have your telephone number? I like to talk with you or something like that. I don't think that's getting out of the way, you know. So but anyway, yeah, y'all, it's hot. As in my car it says 93. I beg to differ. I bet you it's over 100 degrees in this car. Or maybe just because the air is on, but it don't really seem like it's putting out much. So but anyway, y'all have a good weekend. Stay safe. I saw where this guy was an ex-NFL player. He was 32 years old. He had worked out in the family shed all day and went in the house and had a heat stroke and died. Say, Lord, prayers of comfort for his family, because it is just so much. But anyway, y'all be blessed. I can talk. But I'm out of here. Y'all have a good weekend. Much love. Be blessed.